2022 was a good year for this channel. I finally made videos that didn't make people cringe, including me. After a while, the first half of 2022 was a bad time when it came to content quality. And today we're going to be looking back at the highlights and low points of my content this year. We are going to be going through all of my videos I made in 2022 and ranking them from cringe to not cringe. So let's get started with my first video I made this year.
About it right now, everything's okay.
A lot of you were probably like, when did you make this video? And my response to that was, I privated it. Now the reason why I privated it is because it's kind of bad. During this period I was just switching from like editing my videos on a phone to a computer. So there was a lot of bumps in the road when it came for me to record like audio. Like now I got a lot better at it, but back then I was kind of shit at being honest. To YouTube trying to censor something because it might threaten the platform. And the editing back then wasn't exactly so spectacular since, again, I just swapped from using iPhone to DaVinci Resolve. So, and plus, during that time, I kind of had a skill issue and everything when it came to making videos. But if it comes down to the video itself, I mean, it's alright. It's just me talking about cases of YouTube censorship. But still, I would give it a 4 out of 10 for being somewhat cringe, but not cringy enough to make me get bullied.
No matter where you find yourself.
I'm just gonna add these like as one big video since all of them are pretty much the same. As you could tell, this was the period when pinaJadynJalynVideosdaftpinajadyn were getting a lot of hate from like everybody. This was when the Beaks was blowing up after making Why I Do Not Like Jelly Bean. And I'm going to say it right now, this whole series I regret making till this day because they were really bad to make because they were only really made to ride the wave of the pinaJadynVideosdaftpinajadyn trend. Which I'm glad I failed at this because honestly, imagine I blew up from this. I would have been clowned on so hard, I probably would have never touched YouTube again. I'm sorry, but if you're in college and you're doing this type of content, that should be a war crime. Like, these videos were basically just laugh at the bad pinaJadynVideosdaftpinajadyn and made jokes that weren't really funny. The video is garbage looking back. Some of them weren't even that bad. The furry ones were cringe. Jelly Bean wasn't. Jelly Bean wasn't that cringe compared to the furry ones in my opinion. How I would rate this one is a 1 out of 10. Cringe and they're bad and they should never be watched again.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen.
All copies. Destroy them.
Moving on to something that doesn't embarrass me personally.
No matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life.
Now at this point I was doubling down on commentary. So I was basically making videos on what was popular at the time. And at the time the most popular story was James Bear, where he did Alabama stuff to his sister. And I jumped on the opportunity to make a video. Fun fact, I actually recorded this in my living room. Because back then I was recording on my iPhone since my microphone was dookie. He's getting praised by a lot of people, and he's doing good on YouTube. So what could go wrong? Well, now what I'm about to get to is some really disgusting and alarming allegations. So I can't. And so it's just me talking about the James Bear stuff, and me showing clips from Turkey Tom's video that better explain the situation. If I were to rate this, it would be a 4 out of 10. Somewhat cringe. It would embarrass me if someone did see it though. Now this video is a step up from my last video. Basically, during this time I was using Adobe Rush. I transferred from using DaVinci to Adobe Rush. And Adobe Rush is a lot simpler software. It actually helped me when it came to video quality. I don't know why, maybe it's an attempt to seem hip with the kids and so. But we're going to be going over a couple of them to see why they're a terrible idea and why they don't translate well. Why it works on YouTube, but why it doesn't work on TV. Fred, that one annoying high-pitched kid that we all knew from early YouTube. Now, he actually hit a milestone, being the first creator to hit it 1. Now, this video is not a masterpiece, or anything. It's not going to be winning any Grammys, but hell, I would give it a not bad rating. 5 out of 10. I would give it a meh. It was alright.
No matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life.
I made this video as more as an update to the story because back then James Bear made a response to the allegations. If you want to watch a video on it, I would recommend Rhythm Rev's video on it. Link will be in the description. Back to the video actually did well. 151 views at the time of recording this, and 11 likes. It wasn't that bad as the others. James Bear, I talked about him before, but for people that don't know, he was an animation channel that recently got called out for doing incest with his sister, and he made a response video. Ironically, he put it on April Fool's Day, which I don't know why he would do that. Maybe upload it a day later or the day early, but Yeah, anyways, I haven't seen anyone talking about this, so I decided I should probably make a video. See, my video quality improved after a while. But trust me, it's gonna go downhill, then uphill again from here. 4 out of 10. Moving on.
Underneath it all, everything's actually alright.
This video was my first movie review, and also a video I still like when it comes to quality. When this video came out, it originally flopped, and when I mean flopped, it flopped hard. It was one of the videos that I realized no matter how much time you put into a video, it doesn't mean you're entitled to views. I was still editing on Adobe Rush when this was released. The movie was in the TV show, I don't know why, and I frankly do not know, but anyways, let's get into the first Fred movie, and you could tell I'm very excited about it. Now, Fred the movie starts off with Fred doing a YouTube video in the typical style that he used to do it.
That fast, it sounds like Fred Day! Friday, Fred Day, Friday, Fred Day.
Now, he goes to school where he's a fucking loser, and if I were to rate this video, I would give it a 5 out of 10. Not bad, slightly cringy, moving on. This video was the first time me covering like a niche topic that hasn't been really been talked about. It was known, but people didn't talk about it. And when people did talk about it, they were basically going, oh my god, can you believe how crazy this is? So I wanted to make a video on how dumb the drama is, because it is. The whole drama is this Levy clone trying to cancel another commentary channel named The Lyrics over him liking anime pictures on Twitter. I'm not kidding, that was the whole reason for the drama happening. I called it out for being dumb. So that's how you know it was terrible. Anyway, so yeah, this is the dumbest drama I've seen on YouTube in a while. And I've seen Deji vs KSI, and that's because Deji wanted to cash in on the James Charles thing. But anyways, so for the whole video, it's actually alright. Don't get me wrong, it's not winning any Grammys or going on trending, but it's alright video. I will give it a 5.3 out of 10. It's alright, with somewhat cringe jokes. Moving on. This is basically a video of Maki Luna who makes storytime videos, and how fake they were, because it was easy to tell that his stories were fake at the time. As for the video itself, it's not bad, not good, but not bad. I'm just making jokes at Luna and calling it fake. I passed that milestone up. Well, he actually managed to pass up being worse than actually happened. Yeah, believe it or not, he actually passed it up being worse in every way. Now, when I tell you this, he lies more than a GTA 6 unboxing video. I know that's impossible, but I could just show you video proof and it would easily get the message across. Now today we're going to be looking at more of Luna's videos to see if he improved as a content creator. It's most likely that his content is actually dog shit, but today the video I would give it a 6 out of 10 for it being better edited than my others, and it's just a lot more simpler, no cringe. Moving on. We're going to be moving on to arguably my worst video I ever made, which so happens to be my most popular video.
Have more power than
Now the game video is a video I still agree with, but the execution is complete garbage. Now the game video didn't perform that well originally, which I wish it stayed that way, but it started blowing up in October of 2022. But let's get into the video. He released his first indie album, The Untold Story. And after The Untold Story, he got discovered by Dr. Dre himself, the legend, and got signed to Aftermath and released his first studio album, The Documentary, which sold over 500,000 copies and went platinum later on. You can't understand me when I'm talking there, and that's because I was talking more fast than Eminem rapping. And half the comments are just people clowning me for this fact. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them were actually funny, but as the video itself, it's complete garbage. It's actually complete garbage. The video is just me like going after the game because he said he was a better rapper than Eminem and saying he was the best rapper out of Compton, which is completely laughable now. This video actually came up before he dropped his shitty album, so I might make another video on, but overall this video is actually really bad. Don't ever watch it. I'm being for real when I say don't ever watch it. But this video was kind of like the final breath of my old content until I swapped to a new style of content, which thankfully I'm still doing till this day.
might be giving yourself credit for.
After the game video, I decided I need to start over with my content. During this period, I was watching like a lot of Rhythm Rev's videos on Cosdor and James Bear, and basically getting inspired by them, and just watching like a lot of commentary video essays. And around this time, I came across this one video called Daft Pinning the Snake That Grew Legs. After watching it, I decided to research Daft a lot more because the video was talking about his shitty cartoon and how behind the scenes he was doing a lot of shady shit. So I did some research on him and I decided I wanted to make a video on Daft, considering a lot of people were turning a blind eye to what Daft was doing at the time. So I got my homie Inferno in on the video to cover his part of the video, because this video was kind of a new format. You kind of saw it with the YouTube TV shows video, but it's kind of different when I was covering like different TV shows. But I was covering like the same YouTuber, but just in the same format. I was always talking about one YouTuber. And the video itself was a pain to edit because I wasn't fully used to Adobe at this point, as I am now. And it was hard. And I'm not even mentioning why I had the problem I had to deal with the audio with the background music. Only the cream of the crop, really. This is only like the minor stuff. And he would go on to do a lot worse. Now let's get on to the Jadyn saga.
Why'd you say the N-word? Because the N-word is based in red pills. That's why.
No, not that Jadyn, this Jadyn. Jadyn Animation, one of the most popular animated storytime YouTubers. Basically, it was kind of loud. But talking about the video itself, it's actually good. Besides the loud music, a lot of people seem to like it, including me. It overall was good. It's a video I'm still proud of to this day. 8 out of 10, no cringe, but good.
If you have something that's going on in your life right now,
After the success of the Dappinia video, I decided to make another Down the Rabbit Hole video, this one on Jadyn, which the video was about her being a hypocrite, which she still is to this day. Yeah, this video is a step up from the Dappinia video in terms of editing and audio, those kind of video quality. Anyways, Jadyn is a YouTube commentary channel who makes daily topic commentary videos like such topics as insert YouTuber gets cancelled, and making 3 videos on taking the blade after he died. Now let's get ready to go down the rabbit hole with Jadyn. And the jokes, overall, I would rate this a 9 out of 10. Almost perfect. It did make a cringe, moving on. There's a lot to talk about with the I'm Alex video. So the I'm Alex video was originally supposed to be a down the rabbit hole video. But during development, I decided to shorten the video to just talk about the Zaptai situation. Because the video was kind of boring after I stopped talking about it. So I decided to cut it down to a segment. The original video was complete, but I decided to cut it down. And in my opinion, it actually worked a lot better being a lot shorter. This video was about a retrospective on the Zaptai drama. Basically, if you didn't know what happened, basically in a nutshell, I'm Alex basically backstabbed Jadyn when he had allegations on him and basically claimed he was a psychopath. In short, this video is really short and sweet. Overall, I feel like it worked. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Moving on. Nothing really special to talk about here behind the scenes. So I'll just talk about the video itself. I made this video with a fellow YouTuber named Sloopko. He helped me with the sub motto part. And if I were to rank it, it would be at 8.7 out of 10. It was alright, no cringe, moving on. I wanted to make this video because X was and still is one of my favorite rappers, and Empire, his record label, was known for their milking of dead rappers and singers. So I wanted to make a video about it, and it was alright. After 17 would drop, you made the XXL freshman of that year. And after like going through some legal battles, him being in and out of jail, he released his final project when he was alive, ? Now a couple weeks after ? release, an X would try short but sweet. It's a video that talks about Empire's milking of X's death. Overall, I would rate this video a 9.1 out of 10. Moving on. Now you're probably saying, bonus video, what video is that? And I say to that, I say my scrap Dappinia video. So originally during December, I wanted to upload twice, so the real school would come out on 24th and I would have something else before that. Well, around that time I was working on the Dappinia failure of a cartoon video, and I finished it, but the video didn't turn out good. So I still haven't uploaded, but privated. And only a select people have seen it. A thing called rigging. Now rigging is a thing where it's like, it's not hand drawn. Rigging is where you like make parts to be able to like individually to be able to make them individually move at a certain time. Now rigs can look good, but the problem is you need to have experience to not make them look lifeless. And this problem plagues Saturdays Off. As you can see, the characters look more lifeless than my. And I have no plans to releasing it. Trust me when I say it turned out bad. If I would rate it, I would rate it a 4 out of 10. The video, but the effort is there, but it's just bad. Moving on to one of my favorite videos I made this year.
A reminder to take a little bit better.
I actually started working on it back around October and finished it in November. When the video was in early production, I got my pal and Frodo in on it, and after a month of editing, I finished it. So let's get into the video. To be able to distract the class while I escape. And I think in the process, Zach is dead because he's like frozen in place, like he's not moving. And so I leave band class and I end up in Mrs. Sleep's class, which she isn't moving or breathing, so I think she's dead. I would say this is my best video I made in 2022. 10 out of 10, go watch it. This was more of a passion project than it was a video. Something that I really wanted to make, so I liked this video a lot. Now, I still have a lot of improvement to do in 2023 in the future. But this year was alright, at least at the latter half of it. The beginning was awful. and they go on the list of things I hate. But I want to thank everybody for watching my videos, even if you stuck around through the cringy period. And I want to thank my pal Inferno for helping me with some stuff behind the scenes when it comes to videos. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a good day.
Yeah, homie. It's your man OG Loc in the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm about